Several years ago, I was 3 years old, and with my father, we were driving through the city past 10 or 11 p.m. We were heading home when my dad thought about visiting one of our family friends' restaurant, where their house is connected to it, just to say hi. We parked behind the restaurants. Usually, this is where the workers park, but the family let their friends park there as well. Since my dad didn't plan on staying longer, he let me in the car, telling me that he'll be right back, and I was like, okay. My mom was already in their house, ready to leave, but had to wait for my dad. She was not happy about it. Now from here, things are a bit blurry in my head, but I still have some faith and unforgettable memories. Though I'm not sure about the pacing, but it was probably faster than what I remember. So while I was waiting in the car, looking through the windows, though only the lights and the walls of the building were visible to me due to the sun being set hours ago, I hear a driver's seat's door opening. I turn my head to the sound, expecting to see my parents or one of the guests, but it wasn't someone I knew. I couldn't see the silhouette well, but from what I remember, it seemed to be a man in his 40s or 50s. They sat on the driver's seat and they started to freaking back up! For some reason, I didn't panic yet. I was like, maybe it's one of the guests I never met and wanted to show my parents something. Or something my 3-year-old brain tried to guess like me with. So I just said, hi sir. When he did not answer and continued to back up, the man suddenly dashed out of the car, running as fast as he could. Sonic fears him. My memories fades a bit from here, but the next thing I remember is sitting in the back seat, sniffling, with other people around the car. It was friends, guests, and my parents, don't worry. The next thing I know was seeing my mom outside, yelling, "You scared my daughter," to the dude. Though since it was dark, I could only see their silhouettes. The adults then told me that the man mistaken his car to ours since we had the same, so that's why he went in and started to leave to get home. I was terrified. I remember when the car was backing up, I was thinking, I'll never see my family again. Luckily, I was awake when it happened, or else the man will have probably not seen me. But everything ended well! Small Blue was not kidnapped. Several years later, I was in the kitchen with my mom and sister. The conversation drifted to that event. I told my mom about what I remembered, how I felt, and other details, and she also told us her point of view. At that time, while she was in the house waiting for my dad to finish talking, she had a bad gut feeling about me being out there. So she decided to go join me. When she was outside, she saw the car turned on, backed up from half the parking. At first, she thought my dad left it like that and was not happy about it. But these thoughts quickly left when she was hearing me crying. She rushed to me, and when she asked me what was going on, I just said, a man went in and started to back up the car. You could guess that my mom's bland ran cold at the words. Unsurprisingly, she was shaken up by what happened as I was. Probably try not to cry as well. Back to present time, when I repeated what they said about the man mistaking his car to ours, my mom just said, "Do you want to know what really happened?" Huh? The man actually attempted to steal our car! When I heard that, I was so shocked, yet it felt more logical. Because, yes, after that event, I did not think too much about it. Through the years, I just accepted what they told me and went on my life. But wait, I heard you saw you yell at the guy. Was he there? My mom actually acted like the guy was there to further make me believe that it was an honest mistake so 3-year-old me wouldn't spiral. And honestly, I think that was a good decision. So yeah, to this day we do not know who the man was. One side tells me that it's maybe one of the workers, though wouldn't that mean that he would have eventually been cuffed, like other workers recognizing him, entering the car and running away. And if that wasn't the case, then I guess that means some stranger knew that there was gonna be parked car behind the restaurant and wanted to steal one. Surprisingly, this incident did not really traumatize me. My next memories from that time went normally, as if nothing happened. Though it probably scarred my parents. Don't worry, my dad learned his lesson. He assumed that since it was a hidden parking lot with people we knew, nothing would have happened. But unfortunately, nowhere is 100% safe. Also, if some of you are worried, my dad was not the kind to let his kids in the car alone. This was just a one-time thing that he did not repeat again. He did not. So yeah, please be careful what you leave in your car. Doesn't matter where or when it's parked, even if it's just for a short time, you never know. Better safe than sorry.